Today, Canada made one of the most important energy investments of the decade, and almost nobody is talking about how big it really is. The federal government just backed 504 million loan guarantee so that 7 First Nations can buy ownership stakes in Ontario power generation. The new Darlington Small Modular Reactor project. This is the first Indigenous equity stake in nuclear reactors in Canada's history. And it's not just symbolic. It's not a payout. It's not consultation box checked. It's the ownership and ownership changes of everything. A loan guarantee is not a handout. It's a government saying, we'll back your financing. You can buy into the project on an equal footing. That means that First Nations becomes real partners in one of the most important energy projects in the country. They get long-term revenue, governance rights, a seat at the table, a share of the upside of the decades. And this is structural shift in how Canada builds major infrastructure. For decades, Indigenous communities were told you can participate, but only as shareholders. Now they're shareholders. This is a model that should have existed 40 years ago. This is a model that prevented conflict, delays, and endless court battles. This is the model creates generational wealth, not dependency. And it set precedent for pipelines, transmission lines, hydro projects, future SMRs across the country. This is reconciliation through economic power, not speech. Let's be honest, Canada's electric demand is about to explode. AI data centers, EV manufacturing, population growth, industrial electrification. Wind and solar can't carry the load alone. Hydro is maxed out, gas is politically toxic, nuclear is the only scalable zero carbon base load power that can keep Canada competitive. This investment signals something loud and clear. Canada is going all in on nuclear for the next 50 years. SMRs, Canada's biggest industrial bet since the oil sands. Darlington SMRs will be the first grid-scale SMR in the Western world. If it works, Canada becomes a global exporter of SMR technology, manufacturing hub for nuclear components, and magnet for energy-intensive industries. This is the kind of project that reshapes GDP. This is the kind of project that defines a generation of economic policy. The U.S. is pouring billions into nuclear. China is building reactors faster than the rest of the world combined. Europe is scrambling to restart nuclear after the decades of bad decisions. If Canada doesn't move now, we become an importer of foreign energy tech. The investment keeps Canada in the race. It keeps us relevant and it keeps us sovereign. Short-term, thousands of construction jobs, billions of procurement in Ontario manufacturers, stable demand for Canadian uranium, Indigenous communities gain a long-term revenue stream, long-term cheap, stable electricity, competitive industrial base, a new export industry, Indigenous nations as major energy players, stronger, more independent Canada. This is not a one-day headline. This is a 50-year economic strategy. This is the future of Canadian infrastructure, shared ownership, shared prosperity, shared sovereignty. A 504 million loan guarantee isn't just a financial tool, it's a signal that Canada is finally building energy projects the right way, with Indigenous nations as partners, not afterthoughts. This is the biggest Canadian economic story of the day. This is, and it might be the most important of the year. That's our ramble. Like, follow, and subscribe, and we'll be bringing you more.